Are you getting traffic but no sales? You're not alone. The most common reason for that is cart abandonment. Shopping cart abandonment is one of the biggest, most frustrating problems online business owners have to deal with, and the average cart abandonment rate for e-commerce is 60 to 80%. And according to one study in March 2020, 88.1% of online shopping orders were abandoned. So can it get better? Is there any way to actually reduce abandonments? Absolutely. While it's impossible to wipe them out completely, you can reduce them and engage visitors to reduce your losses. So in this video, I'm going to review the 7 primary causes of cart abandonments and the solutions to reduce them. Now, if you want to reduce your cart abandonment, then check out nextsale.io, which is a suite of social proof tools that can build trust with your customers and get them closer to hitting that checkout button. With perfectly timed pop-ups, review notifications, activity notifications, CTA top bars, and more, your store will turn into a cart conversion engine. Check out nextsale.io to learn more and increase your conversions today. With that, let's jump right in. First, what is shopping cart abandonment? Well, abandonment is one of the most persistent problems in e-commerce, with visitors leaving web pages before completing the desired action. Now, shopping cart abandonment is when your potential customers add items to their shopping cart, start the checkout process, but drop out of the process before actually completing that purchase. Next, let's cover how conversion rates and cart abandonment are calculated. To calculate conversion rates, you're going to need to use data from Google Analytics. You'll divide the number of visitors reaching your thank you or order confirmation page, which we'll call Y, by the total number of visitors reaching your checkout page, which is X, and multiply that by 100. The formula is Y divided by X times 100. To put simply, it's your thank you page visitors divided by the visitors reaching your checkout page multiplied by 100. For example, if you had 25 users hit your thank you page and 250 people reach the checkout page, then your conversion rate would be calculated as 25 divided by 250 multiplied by 100. So that would equal a 10% conversion rate. To calculate your cart abandonment rate, divide the number of completed purchases by the initiated sales, subtract that number from 1, and then multiply that number by 100. Again, this data comes from Google Analytics, and the formula is on the screen now. For example, if you had those same 25 completed transactions and then 500 people initiate a sale by adding a product to their cart, then your cart abandonment would be 25 divided by 500, which is 0.05. You subtract that from 1 and you'll get 0.95, and finally multiply by 100. That is a 95% cart abandonment rate. Now, in many cases, you can define initiated sales as an event in Google Analytics, such as when someone adds an item to their cart. You can also check the number of users landing on the cart page as an initiated sales. You get to choose. Now let's get to the good stuff. Why does cart abandonment happen, and how do you actually solve it? By identifying what causes shoppers to actually abandon their cart, you can reflect on the reasons and then reduce that abandonment rate. Abandoning a shopping cart can be as simple as forgetting about it, but it's not the whole picture. Now, when you think that nearly 70% or more of your customers will be abandoning their cart, it's kind of unsettling. And the main reasons for visitors abandoning their cart are hidden added up costs that show up in the checkout, required account creation, complicated checkout processes, and security and trust issues. Let's dig deeper onto each of these. First, added up costs are the number one reason for cart abandonment. 53% of online consumers will drop out of the checkout process if the total cost is higher than expected. This is because most consumers expect to see all the costs in total associated with a product before they come to the full checkout. Shipping costs showing up in the checkout process is the number one irritating reason among the unexpected costs. And most online stores calculate and display shipping costs at the checkout page once customers include their billing information. But other hidden extra costs, including taxes and complimentary items that are required for using the main product, are other examples. And hidden costs may make consumers feel buyer's remorse when purchasing products. To fix this issue, be transparent with the extra costs throughout the entire shopping process. This will help visitors feel more comfortable and complete their purchase quickly without worrying about hidden costs popping up at the last second. You could convert the flat rate or free shipping and display that offer all over the website, and you could also show the required additional items, if applicable, on the main product pages. For example, needing to buy a charger when you buy an iPhone since it doesn't come with one, but is necessary to use the phone. The next problem you face is that people are more likely to abandon their cart if creating an account is required. The reason is that consumers want a more convenient shopping experience, and forcing first-time customers to create an account gives the opposite results. Now, 22% of people abandon their cart if it's required to create an account for a new user, and 28% of consumers think that mandatory account creation is the #1 reason for cart abandonment. So creating an account seems redundant if a user plans to only purchase one time. To fix this issue, offer guest checkout for new customers and have a seamless checkout experience. Self-contained, easy, and fast checkout pages give a better customer experience and can increase conversions. With one-page checkout, online consumers can conveniently purchase without having to go through all the hassle of creating an account. All is not lost if a user does not create an account. There are also tools out there that can capture these emails from incomplete purchases so that you can send email recapture campaigns for abandoned carts. As well as after the checkout, you can offer users to create an account with the information that they've already filled out for faster checkout next time they buy with you. Next, you need to consider that consumers will leave the checkout uncompleted if the process is long and complicated. Now, your checkout process should be simple and easy to understand, because if the process is long and complicated, or there are too many steps in between, then your customers will leave without completing their purchase. In a recent study, it has been shown that the checkout process becomes overwhelming due to the high number of form fields. Even optional selections can cause friction and frustration for users, slowing them down in their shopping spree. To fix this issue, you should simplify the checkout flows and the number of steps to complete. If you optimize the checkout process and reduce the number of inputs and steps that a customer needs to take, then your conversions can rise up quickly. The Baymard Checkout Usability Study reveals that 5 and 6-step checkout flows are the two most common checkout lengths. Quote, the average checkout flow contains 23.48 form elements and 14.88 form fields when purchasing as a new non-account customer. Yet a fully optimized checkout flow can be as short as 7 form fields with a total of just 12 form elements. So to reduce the number of form fields, you can do the following techniques. Collapsing the address, line to, and company name fields behind a text link. Use a single full name field instead of first, middle, and last name. Setting the default billing address the same as the shipping address, as well as offer third-party payment and checkout options such as Apple Pay, Amazon, PayPal, Google Pay, and much more. Also, consider adding a progress indicator if the process is more than 2 steps or multiple pages. Let your customers know how far along the shopping experience they progress by adding breadcrumb-like steps. This allows customers to know where they are in the purchase journey. And breadcrumbs are like little labels that show shoppers how many steps they have left to finish their purchase. Displaying a progress bar also helps ensure shoppers don't miss any important steps along the way and ensures that no confusion or frustration is going to happen, which would push them to leave the checkout process. You can also include a thumbnail of the product until the very end of the checkout and let your customers see the items on the screen along with details like the size, the color, and the quantity that they are purchasing. Next, the lack of trust also triggers people to leave the checkout uncompleted. And oftentimes when consumers are not feeling secure in a transaction, they're just not going to complete it or go through with their payment details. For example, suppose there's a concern for the payment security or lack of trust in the company that they're buying from. In that case, this causes hesitation. It makes them change their minds about completing the purchase altogether. And as you know, it doesn't take much to spook a customer. To fix this trust issue, use social proof to reassure customers that they're making the right choice. Adding social proof to the cart page will allow visitors to complete the purchase without losing time searching for the brand trust signals to increase their confidence. And some types of social proof that you can use on your cart page are sales notifications and reviews and testimonials. Let's look at each of these individually. First is sales notifications. Did you know that when people are seeing someone similar to them make an in-store purchase, they're more likely to buy something as well? Well, if you see another person who fits your demographic profile buy a product, then there's more likely to buy that similar product, especially online. For many people, seeing other shoppers making purchases related to what they're actually looking at reinforces their decision-making process just because social validation and conformity kick into high gear. By displaying social proof notifications, you let your visitors know that there are other people also buying products from your store. And Next Sale can help you display purchases done by real people, including their data like demographics, the product title, and the time of their purchase. The other social proof that you want to display is reviews and and testimonials. An overwhelming majority of consumers, 97%, cited online reviews as a major influence in their purchase decisions. And with Shopify apps like Nextsale and Reviews.io, you can display reviews and ratings as social proof notifications to win the trust of your customers. Real quick, if you're finding this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Let's get right back to it. Next, you should understand that site speed and slow loading checkout pages can result in high cart abandonment. Now think about it, you hate slow loading websites, so why wouldn't your customers? If your site is slow in the first few moments that your customers interact with it, then you're losing more than half of them. According to a study, only after 3 seconds, 57% of online consumers will abandon a site, and 80% of those consumers will never ever return. So for online shoppers, every second matters. To fix this issue, you need to improve the site speed and deliver a smooth shopping experience. According to a shopping behavior analysis by Kissmetrics, 47% of consumers expect a web page to load in 2 seconds or less. So to speed up your page load time, consider doing the following. Run a site speed diagnosis, minify CSS, HTML, and JavaScript, use a CDN, delete unused plugins and themes, as well as optimize images by reducing their size and changing their format. Also use tools like Google Lighthouse to measure the quality of your web pages and GTmetrix to see how your website performs, monitor why it's slow, and develop other improvement ideas. Next, the lack of support in the middle of the online checkout results in higher cart abandonment. Your customers may have questions holding them back, like additional information on your product features or shipping methods or detailed payment information, as well as missing delivery and return policies will also make customers hesitant to complete a purchase. A Forrester report says that 44% of consumers think that having questions answered by a live person while in the middle of an online purchase is one of the most important features a website can offer. To fix this communication issue, add live chat to the cart page to ease the checkout process because customers want to get quick answers to their questions and a fast solution to their problems. Options like click to call and live chat are great ways to keep talking to your customers through the buying process. Live chats are one of the ideal customer service tools to provide the quickest communication for e-commerce businesses. Live chat or pop-up chat windows can help visitors with immediate assistance from the help desk. And if a customer is stuck on a certain page for a long time, then preemptive pop-up chats can ease their doubts about all the parts of the checkout process. Lastly, a poor mobile shopping experience triggers consumers to actually leave the checkout uncompleted because over 50% of online shopping now happens on a mobile device. Customers are more likely to stop checking out when the mobile experience is not as good as the desktop experience. Overlay of widgets, form pop-ups, constant zooming in keeps users frustrated. Brilliant says that the smaller the screen size, the more likely a customer will not purchase. And this shows itself in the higher abandonment rate of 85.7% for mobile users compared to 80.7% for tablets and 73.1% for desktop. To fix this issue, you should optimize your store for mobile shopping. For example, automatically displaying the numerical keyboard on number-only fields like zip code, selecting the default billing address the same as the shipping address, and using easy-to-tap, full-width rows to make input easier. And make sure that you actually test your mobile experience on your own device and have other people give you feedback on their devices as well. To round everything out here, I wanted to cover a few more tips to fasten the checkout process. First, display promo pop-ups that highlight discounts if free shipping is not available. A shipping fee showing up on the checkout page is one reason customers will abandon their purchase. You can also add a timer to the pop-up to show the customer that the discount will expire soon, and this will create a sense of urgency to speed up the checkout. And here's an example from Nextsale's promo pop-up. Next, you should consider showing on-site messages when visitors are about to leave. Now, displaying a promo pop-up is the last chance in trying to convert customers in the final seconds of their experience. And exit intent is one of the most powerful campaign triggers. Now, with exit intent technology triggers, widgets can appear when a user's cursor moves to the upper page boundary, which is done by tracking the mouse movements. And the on-exit technique is used to retain users from abandoning the website by offering special discounts as a visitor is just about to leave your site and all hope is almost lost. Another idea is to let your customers know how busy your online store is. Now, displaying the traffic of your website, you remind the customers that other customers actually exist. Michelle was here, or Jeff was here. And these activity notifications can actually let your customers know how many visitors are watching a certain product, or how many are or were recently live on your website. Next, add trust badges to the checkout page. Now, trust badges play as an element of certified social proof. A trust badge is a seal or badge that is placed on your website to build trust with your potential customers. And trust badges usually indicate third-party service providers, such as partners or secure payment systems and SSL certificates. Traditionally, trust badges have been visible on checkout pages to overcome the skepticism about the security of payment methods such as Stripe or PayPal. And these are called accepted payment badges. And they let website visitors know that your website and your web page is legitimate and that third-party service providers secure the data that they share. Lastly, you should highlight your returns and refund policy. Now, sometimes people just need to know the ins and outs of the full process in advance and want some reassurance before making their final purchase decision. So adding a detailed yet understandable return and refund policy indicates how easy it will be for both parties to go through the return and refund process. And more info about the after purchase scenarios is one way to ensure customers know that there will be no unpleasant surprises later on and feel confident from buying from you and your store. Now, if you're looking for a powerful Shopify returns and exchanges management app, then check out Rich Returns. It helps you automate the returns and exchanges process with a fully customizable returns portal, auto-generated return shipping labels, and excellent customer communication flows. Check it out at richcommerce.co or check out the link in the description of this video below. Hopefully you found this video helpful in understanding cart abandonment reasons as well as ideas and tools to fix those. Now, if you want to reduce cart abandonment, then check out nextsale.io, which is a suite of social proof tools that can build trust with your customers and get them closer to hitting that checkout button. With perfectly timed pop-ups, review notifications, activity notifications, CTA top bars, and more, your store will turn into a cart conversion engine. Check out nextsale.io to learn more and increase your conversions today. Don't forget to check out our other videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel.